What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. We are got another good show. Hope y'all saw the title. Baby Come Back. What was the title? Baby Come Back. I was wrong. Oh yeah, it was Baby Come Back. I was wrong. I don't want to live without you. That's an old song. Y'all know that? You remember that old song, Tanisha?
No.
You don't remember that old song? You remember that song, man?
Nope.
Man, y'all crazy. Baby Come Back. Huh?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah.
Who sang it? It was like white.
Yeah. This might have been before y'all time,
Yes,
but
definitely before mine.
yeah. So yeah, Tia Mowry. And is his name Coy Hardrick? Coy.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Tia Mowry and Coy Hardrick are trying to what did you say, renew or rekindle their relationship.
Where you get that from?
That's what they saying.
That's what they saying.
Yeah. No, I read an article. I read a couple articles about it, and they saying that they want to get back together. Well, they trying to get back together. It was her idea for them to get back together after she didn't
went on public television and just tried to destroy that man.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And said that she had graduated from marriage. Did you hear when she said that? She graduated from marriage. Now she back for her master's, trying to get her master's in marriage. So now she back. Well, how you feel about that, though, man?
I mean, it's just a situation of the grass ain't always green on the other side.
Yeah.
She went out there, test the waters. Now it's cold in this world right now.
Right.
And she probably figured out, like, look, I had a good thing home. We had our problems, but you had problems everywhere.
Right, and I'm just saying, like, why she couldn't realize that from the jump. She talking about she needed her inner peace and to find herself and all this stuff. When the dude was a cool dude, and now she got out there and found out that, it wasn't gonna be a whole lot of lines wrapped around the corner for dudes waiting to date her.
Right.
Now she want to get back. So now I'm thinking that she should have known, though, that, like, all right, they had a family together, they had a house, they had kids. This dude was vested in that relationship. So anybody else that she run into after him is not gonna have that same kind of he's not gonna be as vested. They not gonna be as vested, you know what I mean?
Right, but it's probably a lot more deeper than what we think it is. She probably had, somebody in her ear, making her feel a bit better than what it was at home.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was like, let me test the waters.
She bought into it.
Yeah, she bought into it,
Yeah.
So he ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all
No,
saying that she ain't.
She the one who rolled out.
All right, so then there might have been a problem. I mean,
well,
she can't take she can't roll out.
Yeah, she could. Now, she rolled out. So I was like, for her to come back, I'll be like, well, it's gonna be some changes.
Oh, it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
What are the changes?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends on, like, what was wrong the first time. So all right, so you say if she rolled out, she saw some issues, then if we're gonna have to work on some things. Because, like, why would you roll out? Like I said, she was used to him treating her a certain kind of way. They was vested in a relationship. Then she got out there and found out, like I said, what the other guys, men are not going to be, they're not going to be vested in a relationship like this dude.
So it sounds like after a woman gets married, and if it does not work and they decide to leave the relationship, if it ends in a divorce, you're giving me the impression that the women are not able to find anybody else that's better than their husband because.
Well, it's harder to find somebody. Just like I said, all right, so if you have kids with somebody, y'all have memories, y'all built a life together. So, all right, you're going to put all of that to the side for, like, somebody who don't have that connection with you that you have built with your husband over that time.
Well, if she's not in a relationship no more, then that's a past relationship, even no matter what they built together. If they decide to get a divorce, she moves on, I think it's the opportunity to move on, regardless of her having a family and spending all this time with this man. Like, after him, it can be a after him, and it can be another relationship that's just as fruitful, even though that one didn't work. I don't think that just because that one didn't work that she ain't gonna have no luck in the rest of them if she chose to get a divorce from him.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's hard though. It's hard to, like, unless it's absolutely necessary, like in the case of like somebody abusing, you know, like somebody, it's abuse coming from, you know, either him or her. But to like just, she didn't seem like she had like a solid reason to want to get a divorce, like something tangible, just for the, you know, you just can't say I'm graduating marriage. Like, it's a step, like, you know, like, okay, next chapter.
Oh, so they could have had their disagreements and everything that made her want to leave. But the main thing it should be we're talking about is why she want to come back. Because I mean, people get divorced all the time. You know, divorce is part of marriage at this point because it happens so often. You know, I mean, it's just the point of why would she decide to come back? You know, whether that, you know, what she was dealing with just wasn't better, or did she miss what she had? I mean, that's the key to it, because everybody gets divorces all the time. It could have been the fact that, you know, he just wasn't making her happy no more. And, you know, he was happy, but she wasn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you remember, you know, 5 years of marriage will change you to the point where, you know, you get complacent with what's going on. And then, you know, maybe she was tired of him being what he was doing. A lot of times, and guys do it all the time, we don't do the same things in a relationship to get her, to keep her.
That guys do it all the time.
Yeah, we do it all the time. We do it all the time.
Like do the same things as far as what?
Yeah, as far as like you know,
like romance and stuff like that.
Romance, you know, when you first start going out, you go to 5-star restaurants. You get 4 years in, then you at peace. You know what I'm saying? You know, your date nights, you go to the movies. Date nights turn into Netflix. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just because that's part of relationships.
But yeah, all right. So like, do that. Like, is that enough to like want a divorce though? Because like, all right, so priorities might change. Like, I don't go out and eat from restaurants like I first did when I first got in a relationship. Number one, because I've come to realize that cooking and eating at home is healthier than eating outside, and it's not as expensive as eating outside.
But as a man, you knew that going in though.
No. People evolve. That's what I'm saying.
No, but no, to evolve is a mind state. When you're doing that, you're changing your mindset. You know what I'm saying? But when you take a girl to a 5-star restaurant, you know you're paying $200 a meal. You knew that,
right?
Before you planned that, you knew where you were going. You knew what you was doing with that. Okay, so the question would be is, when you did that in the beginning, why would that make any difference in the middle?
Just like I said,
why would you want to save money in the middle when you want to save money in the beginning?
Reasons and for health reasons, and then
you weren't saving money in the beginning.
Well, I am now, because now I know better. I do better.
I just think like.
You think like what?
I don't know, like to say that. I agree. If you start in something, however you got there, that should be the maintenance of it. Like if y'all were doing things together and going on dates and whatever the case may be, we know that a lot of that stuff is fluff in the beginning. Like a lot of that stuff happens because we're courting and you're trying to get that person to want to genuinely be with you. But I don't think that once you get in a relationship that you should take the date, going out on dates, off the table, whether you're eating at a restaurant or not. Like,
right.
And I get you. I get that it is healthier. It is this. But what about keeping that spark or that integrity? I don't know, just that thing that got you in this relationship. What about keeping that, together? Like a relationship is not always a business plan. Like at some point, where does it deviate from it being to like it being just like y'all both freely being in this and wanting to be in this, besides the fact that y'all have built all of these good things together? Outside of building all these good things together, do y'all even like each other? Like, I feel like that all that dating in the beginning is to kind of figure that stuff out. If I like this person enough to be around them, it's not always about like the business plan of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be in a situation where in a relationship where things change so drastically from the start to the end that it makes me uncomfortable. That would be a reason for me to leave. If we're growing and pushing and growing together, that's one thing. But just because we're growing and making moves doesn't mean we have to dissolve that wholesome, loving the other part of the relationship.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that. I can agree with that. But like I said, it's just about like people just like having a goal in mind and keeping that goal in just like keeping those goals in focus. Like it don't have to be as regimented, you know.
Yeah,
but I think, but like if you have a goal in mind, then people
yeah,
need
but
to
we're
keep
one
that
of the
in mind.
main goals in a relationship is to make sure the other person in the relationship is happy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's part
that
of it.
should be the main goal because everything else is secondary. It's secondary because money comes and goes.
No, I mean my focus is not on making sure that that the other person is happy because happiness comes from within anyway. So, and I wouldn't want her to focus on, like I said, our focus is on building a life together. And then inside of that, we're going to do things to enjoy each other company. But her main focus and my main focus is not being, it's about building. It's not about oh, I'm not happy, so I'm going to leave, because people have mood swings.
But that's what people do all the time.
Right.
People leave relationships because they're not happy.
I think happiness, like from your standpoint, is just like this outside of the relationship type of thing. Like happiness and building can't necessarily coexist because you feel like happiness, you're supposed to provide your own happiness. So somebody else shouldn't be giving that to you. But some of the things that make me happy in this relationship might be some of the things that are around building this relationship. So I don't like the one definition of happy. Like happiness is just like, oh, I'm so happy and I'm positive and I'm good, and this is like nobody has to provide happiness for me. I can provide my own happiness. But when I get in a relationship, I want to be happy. I don't want to be in a relationship that is a check and balance. Like I don't need that all the time. Just checking off boxes. Did we build a house? Yes. Did we buy 3 cars? Yes. Did we have 2 kids? Yes. That's boring. Like I don't want to be in a relationship that's just all about planning and planning and planning, because that's not going to make me that's not going to contribute to my overall happiness.
Yeah.
So
like, would y'all do the same thing? Like if y'all felt the same way about like a job, like this job is not making me happy, so I'm going to leave.
Yep, absolutely.
So, but people make the decision.
No matter how much money I'm making.
Absolutely.
People make the decision to stay in at a job, and they'll stick with a job longer than they will sometimes a marriage.
Right, but the key to that is sticking with their job. They're miserable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're miserable. Life is too short to go around being miserable all day.
Yep, I can.
So people prioritize, like, it depends on, like, they prioritize money over their marriage.
Sometimes people do.
I think even in a marriage, if you setting up your marriage like a business plan, so do you prioritize money
I mean,
over
like,
marriage.
Yeah, because like from the standpoint of being a provider, because like if you're not, as a man, if you're not a provider, then you can't have a household wife.
I mean,
it depends.
There's guys out here that's doing absolutely nothing.
And got a house and a wife.
Got a house and a wife.
Yes, and their wife is doing all the hard labor work and everything.
And I'm not saying that I would accept a person that cannot provide, but you don't have to solely provide for me. My biggest question is, can you provide for yourself? How do you provide for yourself? How do you take care of yourself? Because coming into it, that's all I have to go off of. I don't know how you take care of your women or whatever, because if I just meet you, I'm just going off of who you are. So I'm going to look at how you take care of yourself. And if you can provide and make sure that yourself is good, and then I can see those things. I'm talking about like upkeep, like I can tell you know how to pay your bills. I can tell you know how to, keep yourself together. I can tell you know how to talk to people. when I can see those things, like that to me is showing me that you can provide. I'm not really going to know the level of providence until we start merging our things together, and hopefully at that time I can base what I saw before we start merging, and it still coincide will be the same thing.
So I got a question for you. I don't want to get off of something, a topic in there. Well, what is one of those red flags? Like, let's say this, because let's say this. Let's say you start dating a dude, he takes you over to his crib. You've been living in his crib for like 2 years or so, but he has no furniture in his crib. Would that be a red flag for you?
Yep. Because to me, that speaks to you being able to provide for yourself. Because I'm gonna question, like, why don't you have any furniture? Not because you don't have to have the most expensive stuff, and it's not about that. But now I'm questioning your judgment. Like, do you make good? Like, are you able to make decisions?
Right.
Because I don't see a grown person just being 2 years without no furniture.
You don't have a couch. You don't have a couch enough, but you got that PlayStation 5 and the
bedroom. No, absolutely. I'm not gonna be there. I'm
with
sorry.
The 60-inch TV.
Yeah, I'm not, because your priorities are all. That was a super red flag. So no.
Okay. Yeah, but on one end of it though, like if you go over his house and he have like everything already set up, then it's going to be hard for him to like, maybe harder for him to bring somebody into that space because he's going to have this pretty much be.
No, he going to open up. The right woman to make him open up.
Yeah, like.
Because men like that. Men, if I come in, and if I come into your space and it's already together, I'm like, okay, great. But if I come into your space and it's already together, and then you want me to actually live in your space, but you don't want to budge on me also making this space my space, then I don't want to be there. That's another red flag. Because now something's wrong with that. It might got a control issue or something.
Put furniture in that crib for the other dudes. Okay? Yeah. I don't care. I can have my boys on. I'm like, yo, you can sit your ass on a lawn chair when you come over my crib. Men put furniture and stuff in there for women, you know, or that significant. Somebody's for that significant other, just because they don't want them to feel uncomfortable in that situation.
Did you hang curtains in your place?
I didn't hang curtains in my place.
Yeah. Curtains might be a little far.
But
curtains might take it a little far.
Yeah, so I did do the little decorate thing and everything in the crib and everything, but you know, my main concern was my TVs, my stereos, and all that other stuff. So everything else in my crib is black. You know, I it's black leather couch, black sofa, all that stuff is black.
Yeah. So I ain't hang curtains. I had shades, but I ain't had no curtains.
I mean, curtains, I feel like is a stretch. Like I don't necessarily hang curtains all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I wouldn't necessarily be mad if he had a whole house of furniture, no curtains. Right? I would expect that.
Yeah.
I might be a little weird.
But then you go over there, they got bed sheets up on the window.
Oh, absolutely not. Because no.
What's wrong with having the bed sheets hanging at the window?
If you went to a woman's house and she had bed sheets hanging up to the window, tell me what your first thought is.
Now for a woman, that's a problem.
Why? Why is it a problem for a woman and not a man?
We just said it. Women are more likely to be hanging curtains and drapes and stuff than a dude. Like if a dude got a sheet up there, you know, then
you know what? He's
different.
immature.
Yo, as much as I will be on your side with that, but yo, that's like a dude having an air mattress on his floor.
Yeah,
you can't, you gotta sometimes you gotta step the level up. You know what I'm saying?
On either side, and I'm not giving him no pass for
having an air mattress.
For having sheet up to the window. Because first of all, how you putting the sheet up to the window? It's either with a tack or a nail, and then I have an extra problem with that. Because how we get this sheet up to the window? And if a woman does it, I have an extra problem with that. Because why do you have a sheet to your window? You can put a whole lot of other stuff. There are a whole lot of other things. You can get peel and stick stuff to put in the window that'll make the window look like it has like a painting or a mirror or something on it. You can do a whole lot of things.
Yeah, I'd rather just take a thumbtack and hang a sheet up there.
Well, I mean,
and then you know,
somebody gonna like you. Somebody gonna like.
Yeah, somebody see the potential.
Yeah, they see the potential to ride with it. Like, you know, he's growing. Even though he has Paw Patrol sheets that belong to his little cousin up to the window.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think though, So y'all think that she should be able to, well, they should be able to get back together without like no. We talking about Corey Hardrick and Tia Mowry, and her coming back.
Oh, they
You
get
know,
back
they
together.
get back together. Yeah.
He heard some speculation, and she the one crawling back, and he do not want to let it go.
No, I'm just
You
saying
see his
that it
face?
should be
He's so happy.
it should be some
He's
changes in
funny.
order because she the one who rolled out because she wasn't happy. She thought the grass was greener. Then she got and she did do and she have done interviews and said that dating is not
hard.
what she expected. She said it was hard.
Of course, it's gonna be hard. I think everybody knows that. I also want to ask you this though: who was the breadwinner in their little situation?
All right, so she was the breadwinner. So now, but he is, and he never, from what I can see, he never was like, he never hated on her for that. He out there, he getting his own work.
Did she hate on him?
He or I don't know what she did.
Exactly. You don't never know nothing that these women did.
But look,
you know everything
she probably
positive that the man does
she
all
probably,
the time.
She probably didn't try, hate on him for the the thing.
I've never heard her say anything degrading about her husband and the fact that it's obvious that she is
Did they ever say why they broke up?
She said she graduated from the marriage and that she she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. Now,
I know it's that. That's his.
Now that she not, yeah, she wasn't happy in the relationship. No matter why she left.
It is a
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, all right, I don't care if she left because the sky was green or something. The sky's still the same color as it was when she left. So what's the issue? I think, do y'all think that he should have like rules or stipulations now?
Because she
For who?
For her.
What do you mean rules?
Stipulations,
stipulations. You know what he gonna do? He gonna smile, and back in his mind, he gonna be like, "Yeah, I love you. Thank you for coming back." He gonna be telling himself, "Man, bitch, got you.
Listen.
You went out there, you tried it, and now you back." Wasn't that green?
I
Why?
think they even really
Wasn't that green?
left each other alone like that.
Well, at one time, it was speculation that he was seeing
Someone else.
Yeah, a young lady that was a fitness instructor. So that probably what kind
That's
of
probably what got it
like
going.
you know what? That kind of hastened her decision to get back. Mike, can you hear Tisha? Mike, say something.
Say something.
You can. Yeah. So that kind of got that kind of hastened her decision to want to get back into the relationship. So you think she got
jealous?
Well, I mean, she probably would. It probably, like I said, hastens her decision because, all right, if he's not dating, he's not putting himself on the market, and he's just focusing on work, that'll give her more time to see if she could find something else out there.
Right.
So, but now if it's somebody else in the picture, she don't want her ex-husband and her kids going on vacation with a fitness instructor,
Wait a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes. And my stance would be the same.
In order for her to go back, he had to want her back as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So, the whole time she was leaving, he didn't want her to leave.
Yeah, he didn't want her to leave.
He didn't want her to leave, and he was like, well, all right, what can we do to work this out?
Well, maybe that's why I said I don't think they was completely. I think they still was together, but
they might have been seeing each other.
Did they get a divorce? Or
I don't know. I think they did get a divorce. They did get divorced.
But they seemed like they was always.
Yeah.
Somehow together.
Yeah.
So I'm looking and.
But I don't remember
a lot of their
talking no ill will about him.
Yeah, she hasn't.
No,
she didn't. She kind of said she did it for her children. I guess she probably was having that moment, whatever moment, like
a self-help, self-help or healing journey.
Yeah. You can tell about what she's saying. Like she would be not living in her truth. If she doesn't live in her truth, then it would make the kids think that they have to follow along with whatever everybody else thinks is good for them and not what they think is good for them. But when I look at like some of the stuff that's in their documents or whatever, the rules, they have made like some real specific rules around who each other can date or how they can date and their interaction with the kids. Like, they can't introduce the minor children to any new romantic partner until that they have been in an exclusive relationship with the partner for at least 6 months. Like, so I don't
That
know.
makes sense, though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Like,
you
I
know,
don't have time for it. Just I ain't getting
I
married.
think it makes
That's
sense.
that
Yeah.
money type.
Because you don't know if you're gonna be with that person. You don't want to keep introducing.
Yeah, I
your kids
get
to
it.
This person.
But
Yeah.
I just don't have time for any of it. Like, I ain't got time for no documents telling me how to move after we not together and all that. Nope.
Oh, that's Hollywood.
Yeah.
well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
like
to a
regular
degree.
people
I mean,
do
I
that with
agree
kids
there.
and stuff like that.
I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship to do that. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes even single women, they was like, well, I'm not going to, they don't introduce you to their kids right off because, you know, they don't want to have a bunch of people.
But that's,
Men and women do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
That's a choice. When we do it, I mean, when somebody else do it voluntarily, that's in a document saying that you can't.
Exactly. Like,
That's
so
different.
That's why I
completely
said
different.
Hollywood.
Yeah, because I don't see them clauses in no
That's
everyday
Hollywood.
divorce settlement.
Donitra said, you can get a hoodie, Donitra, yeah.
Oh, the pink one.
Yeah, how you like this pink one?
That's the one she
Yeah, the
wants.
pink one, and I got the gray. Why y'all ain't wear y'all? What's
Because
going on?
I don't have none.
Oh, y'all don't have
I don't have none.
Oh, yeah.
I got the black Under Armour on, you know, with the gray, the black emblem.
I have a green hoodie on.
Yeah, man, we not advertising for Under Armour. They got enough.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think so. Those stipulations that they had, like, I think they was good because they was like, you know, they don't want to introduce these kids or bring, you know, people in to the relationship without, you know, introducing
that's the
people
Hollywood
to.
thing.
I mean, that's a everybody thing.
No, I'm saying as far as it being in document.
Oh, and documented.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's you know, but yeah, and I think
I mean, because I know someone who the male and female agreed to meet the person that they're seeing before they really introduce them to the kids. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it's based on too how if you know your children, you know.
Yeah.
So, if you know how your children are, you kind of.
So how y'all feel about that? Like, all right, so you can't introduce the kids to nobody until your ex meet the kid. I mean, meet the new person.
I think that's fair.
I like that too.
That's reasonable. You think that's reasonable, man?
Hell no.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's somebody, you're not going to be introducing everybody.
Right.
So if it's somebody that's
because you're
important,
not going to introduce your ex to just anybody. This is somebody you know
that you serious with.
Right, but if you're my ex for a reason, so I don't need you to make any decisions or having me interact with you in a way that.
But no, it's not making decisions.
Only if we have kids
We have
together.
kids, right? When the kids are involved.
If you just my ex, no, you can go ahead and kick rocks.
Yeah, but if you have,
but even if the kids are involved, if we're gone and we don't mess with each other anymore, and the only thing that we have is kids, I don't understand why my next relationship has to depend on how I move with you.
But it's not your approval. It's just to have. First of all, I want to see who's around my kids.
Right, but
you know, I want to have an eye. I want to have eyes.
But all right, do you trust your ex though? Their
to
judgment.
Make this judgment?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he might not see something I see.
Right, but so let's say you do see something that you don't like, then what would that situation become?
And that's a conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But why would it be a conversation for him? He doesn't care about that. I may not like it just because you don't like it.
So if
I've seen that where some females just don't like them just because they date them.
But that's not. We talking about the mature.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. We're talking about mature adults here. Because it works. I'm not just making. I've seen this, and it's done with mature adults, so it works. And they have conversation on how the kids feel and how to handle this new change.
I think that's important.
If we can take, you have to take.
If we can take that bitterness, I'm in my business, but
that's the maturity.
Coming from,
but everybody says they're mature, but a lot of times anger overrides maturity.
But
you know what I'm saying? If you're that angry at your new spouse, at your old spouse because he's moved on bigger and better.
Well, then y'all not having this conversation.
Y'all not having
a meet and greet.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm
a meet
saying,
and greet shouldn't.
when you are mature
my
enough,
relationship
to
shouldn't
have
depend on if you like them.
when you having these conversations, and it's not of whether or not I like him or I don't like him or her, it's just the fact that I have kids are involved. So then we both need to be able to see who's going to be around our children if we're mature.
Right,
Now, if you all ratchet and all this and that and whatever you used to doing dealing with, you're not even thinking on a level that we're talking about now.
Right, but being ratchet is somebody's opinion about somebody else. Okay, so if let's say you may think she's ratchet, but I don't.
Of course you don't.
Right. So,
but we're not talking.
but,
I'm not even talking about on a level. Oh, I don't want my child around here because she ratchet and all. We're not talking about all of that.
So why is the introducing of my significant other has to be approved by you? Or
I'm not looking. I don't think she's saying we're looking to approve.
It's not
the person. That's not it. I'm looking to make sure that when this person is with my kids, that they know how to treat my kids. I don't care what you do, what you dress, and what you look like.
But you would never know that on an introduction.
No,
you would never know that.
Regardless of the fact, when you have kids with a guy or girl, you are family forever.
Right.
Regardless of what you think, how you feel about them, whatever, you're family forever.
Right.
So whoever comes into that family, yes, we need to see who.
But why? And that's my question. Why? Why?
Because
do you need to see that?
That's just like how your parents need to see who you running around the street with.
But the problem is, and this is why I have a problem with this conversation, because let's say the dude didn't like your new guy.
Then it's the same thing.
Right, but
if he don't like him, then I know he don't like him.
Right.
So then that way he knows that he's had his eyes on whatever he doesn't like about him. So now he's questioning maybe the kids about how they feel about this new guy or whoever.
But what if the kids love him?
Then that's the easiest conversation. Then that's the easiest conversation.
He don't, and that's his. He got a problem. It's beyond what we talking about as being mature.
That's the point I'm trying to make. No. So the introduction really isn't the introduction.
So I'm gonna tell you this. I've seen this happen personally. Like I've seen people take that route. Oh, I ain't gotta introduce you to my kids' family. I've seen my child's mother or my kid's mother. I don't have to introduce you, and it's been okay. And then they go and get married, and still with no introduction. And then at the end of it, it comes out that part of the reason that there was no introduction is because there's been a situation throughout the entire time with this person. And so that's why I need to meet whoever it is, because I need to verify that what you're saying is the truth. Because at some point, it can get real messy real quick.
So as soon as you verify that this person is not right for this person, what's the next step?
See, I think that you're looking at it like it can't happen because it never happens positively.
No. I'm looking for the reason why it happens.
Because if you're around my kids, I'm telling you, that is the only reason I want to meet the person. I'm not saying if they're good for you.
No.
I just want to make sure that this person is good for my kids.
Is your opinion is if she's not right for your kids, let's say you meet her, she's not right for your kids.
Then I have a problem with you.
Then what is the next step?
I'm coming to you. Let me tell you why.
That's where the problem comes in.
Why?
And this is what I'm talking about. Because now you have a problem with me because the choice that I made because you don't like it.
If this person is not right for my children, it is going to it's going to be a character trait that is so big and bold and brass that if you ignore it, I have a problem with you. I'm not going to say to this person.
But the trait is coming from you.
It's not.
You don't like
it. So let me ask you this. It's okay for a woman to date a man that's beating the hell out their kids.
No, we're not.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason.
But how do you see that in the initial meeting?
You don't.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So when do you? So you never introduce your significant other to your?
What I'm saying to you is this: it should not be necessary. It should not be a
At
law.
some point, I
because-
that was a law.
No, you said it's necessary.
It is at
Right,
some
that's what
point.
I'm saying. It
At some
shouldn't be
point, it's going to be necessary. If my children are around you and your girlfriend, at some point, I'm gonna have to meet her. I don't care what you
Not
say.
necessarily.
Then they ain't
You
gonna
don't
be
have
around
to
y'all.
like her.
Then
You
they
don't
ain't
have to
gonna
like
be.
her.
I didn't say like her. I
Alright.
said meet her. If I can't meet your significant other as your child's mother, then you can't be around my kids.
But see,
Period.
that's what I'm saying.
It's all be all.
What if that causes drama?
It wouldn't if the conversation just happened.
No.
No,
What
we
if it
talking-
causes drama?
But that's the whole thing. I'm talking about mature adults.
Yeah,
Like it'll be a whole different story, a different level. You're not even thinking about nothing like that if you're not mature. We're talking about mature people. Now, I have seen where the kids aren't introduced to the other woman, and then it comes to be a little something, and then they go on and marry this woman, and it comes this head button thing because it wasn't done properly. So now you done moved on with your life and then forgot about your child as far as even introducing this person to them.
And
All right,
even
all right.
introducing
But
like,
that's
even
I'm just saying
introducing
that
it.
if there's bitterness between A and B,
But it don't
Okay.
have to be.
Well,
but
well,
it
let him
is.
finish. Let him finish.
but
Let him finish.
if it's bitterness between A and B, it doesn't matter what you do, the bitterness is still going to be there. So that means you're going to have drama. So when you bring another person into the drama, that just creates more drama. And when you say that you have to do something, now if you call and be like, look, I would like to meet her just to make sure she's good with my kids, and he goes, okay, cool, I'm good with that.
Mhm.
Or if he says, well, no, not right now, I'm not good with that because our relationship's not good, then that's maturity, what you're talking about.
And I can also
But
be like,
when-
okay,
but
that's
when
fine.
they say like, yo, I got to meet that other, or my kids.
I
ain't
guess
going
it's
with
because you said we
That's
had
different.
to.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying.
But
If
okay,
you
so
have to-
so I'm sorry. If I'm getting in a relationship and I have a child, it is important to me that the person that I have this child with knows or meets or has some type of relationship with the person that's constantly around their child. And on top of that, maybe it's a good thing to show the children that,
Everybody
okay,
get
this
along.
person is important enough for me to bring this person around y'all and to introduce it to mom, your mother or your father, whoever it is. That might show the kids like, you know what, I need to ante up my respect for this person. It's not always about the parents. If we are in a good space, then this meeting can happen. If we ain't in no good space, then this meeting can never happen. But if we are expecting that every time these meetings happen, that the people can't get along because the expectation is that they're gonna be in a bad space, that's ridiculous. Every situation
but everybody doesn't
don't
break
end
up.
bitterly.
Everybody doesn't break up and be friends.
True.
No, that's true.
Everybody-
But me and my friend ain't got nothing to
you
do
don't
with you
have-
being my parent.
Right, but like I said, I'm not going to introduce my new to my ex if we got drama. That's just not going to happen. Even if we have kids, you're just going to have to deal with the fact that you don't know
Well, I
this.
don't think that conversation is going to really come
All right,
up.
so
if
let me
you-
ask
if
y'all
you
this.
have
That's why
drama.
I said earlier, I was like, well, you know, like, is it, I don't even think like, say for instance, if you have, no matter how y'all broke up, if you have a court order for visitation for your kids, so whether the husband or the wife or the ex, they like the fact that somebody else is dating, you may not have a say-so in when the ex decide to introduce that, you know, your kids to whoever they date.
You don't.
So if you don't have a say-so, is there some kind of trust there from the relationship? You're like, all right, well, this person is the mother of the kids, this person is the father of the kids. So you got to go on, you got to trust their decisions. All right, so and if you get to the point where you say, well, all right, I don't trust their decisions because of something that happened in our relationship, then you'll have to take that kind of situation up with like a lawyer or go to the courts with that situation. But other than that, you know, it's up to the wife. If she want to introduce the kids to somebody sooner than the husband think that, you know, or if he feel like he don't want these two women to meet, then you know what I mean? Like the other person that might feel like they're getting the short end of the stick, they just gonna have to deal with it.
I don't think that's fair though.
Yeah, it's
I don't
not.
think that's fair.
It may be
when
fair.
you
It may
have
not
children
be fair.
together, there has to be a conversation of, if y'all are not together and y'all co-parenting, there has to be conversations of healthy conversations of how to co-parent. And in those healthy conversations, there is no because I feel this way, it's gonna be this way.
No, that's why I use the example of like court orders and visitation and stuff like that. So
visitation, when at least my perspective is, if I say that you're gonna meet, that I want to meet the person that you're dealing with, I never said it's gonna be the first date. I never said it's gonna be. My kids will probably bring the information to you that you're dating a person. You're not gonna probably tell me that. It's probably gonna be after this person has met my children. Mm-hmm. But I think it's fair for all of us to be able to know each other. And I just end all be all. We ain't gotta be friends. We ain't gotta talk every day. I don't have to size you up. I trust your judgment. I trust your judgment. However, if you are around my children, I still need to see you. I need to lay eyes on you.
That's the oxymoron then, because if you trust his judgment, then why do you still need to verify?
Because it is no way that you're going to be my child's father, and we're not together, and you think we're gonna go 18 years with you having a significant other, and I'll never meet that chick just because you don't want us to. Hell no.
I mean,
hell no. Yeah, well, whatever his reason is,
it might be toxic.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, that's ridiculous to me.
If the situation is toxic, that y'all battling all the time, bringing somebody else into the battle.
What if the situation ain't toxic though? Yes, because y'all don't want to address the non-toxic situation.
No,
y'all keep putting it on. Y'all keep making it that it's not gonna work.
No, we're not. No, we're not making it negative.
Yeah.
We can't. I'm talking about the fact that we putting it on the table is you have to do it. That's what I'm putting on the table. Positive and negative doesn't have anything to do with the statement of you have to do it.
No, I think you got to do it. Well, I'm not saying you have to do it.
And that's my conversation.
I don't think you have to do
the right to children. That's my conversation.
My conversation, it can be done.
No, I'm not saying it can't be done.
I don't say you have to do it, but it can be done with mature people.
And that is subjective, though.
And then sometimes it also depends on how old the kids are.
Absolutely.
Because if they're a certain age, they can talk
and do whatever they want for themselves.
They can talk, and if it's some way they feel about something, I didn't always meet my son's father girlfriends or wives right off the back. I may have met him at an event or something like that, but if my child constantly wants to go, then I feel I'm looking at how he's demonstrating. So I'm like, okay, he feels safe. So then I'm going. Who
feels safe? The child or the father?
The child.
Oh, okay.
The child feels safe, so I know it's nothing. No harm. He don't, he feels safe because he want to go all the time. So when kids show that sign like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Then that's an issue right there.
Yeah.
Then, that's an issue. But I'm not saying that doesn't work for everybody. I've never done it, but I do know of people who has done it and it worked.
Yeah, I mean, my only point is that it may not always be possible for a person to but like what the man said, bring somebody to meet somebody. You don't always have a say so of like who your ex introduced your kids to. So, but all you can do is, like I said, if you trust their judgment, or you trust that they don't want the kid hurt, just like you don't want the kid hurt, then you have to just swallow your pride and everything and just go along with the situation, unless you have something like a court order. But, it's not like where somebody is like entitled to, I got to meet your next boyfriend. I got to meet your next girlfriend, because that, those kind of situations can be taken out of your hands if the person do it the right way.
I don't know.
So regardless of like how we personally feel about those situations, if you go about it the right way, you can be like, all right, well, we disagree, but I do have visitation rights. Because I mean, the woman could do the same thing. She can introduce a kid anytime she wants to, And a lot of times, you know what I mean, the man, you know, he be like, well, you know, I don't know, you know.
I don't agree with that. I disagree. I feel like men have a problem. They'll have a problem.
They may it could be the man or the woman that have a problem.
And
so,
I agree,
but like I said,
it doesn't have to
the
be
other
a
person
problem.
can take that. Like I said, the other person, like when the kid is with you, the other person don't have no leverage. So they can introduce without you being there or without you knowing about it, or you can find out at a later time. So, you know.
I don't, but see, I think again, the problem is not meeting the kids. That's not the problem. And of course, everybody that you date outside of your ex, you are not going to introduce them to nobody because everybody ain't an introduction.
Well, they do.
Yeah,
and that's my problem.
Everybody's not an introduction. So I'm picking and choosing. Nobody is meeting my kid unless that person is the person I'm with. I'm just not bringing everybody that I'm dealing with out in this situation around my child. It's just not happening. However, if I bring somebody that I'm dating and we are really in a serious dating situation where we see it going to another level, and my child's father says, you know, she told me that you got a new boyfriend or whatever the case may be. Is it okay? Is it cool if we meet? I don't have a problem with that. But what? I don't have anything to hide. I'm not dating my ex. Y'all can meet. I don't have a problem with that. And that's just, I'm not going to have a problem with it. It's for what?
Well,
if there's no feelings
your
involved.
ex has a problem with it.
If
then it becomes toxic.
A problem with it?
But why he have a problem?
Why would he have a problem with
it?
If he
It happens
asked me to meet.
No, but why would he have a problem if y'all moved on?
Hey, it happens. I mean, that happens too. But everybody just meets and everybody's happy. Yeah, but this is not the world that we live in.
But it's not a thing about being happy. The adults being happy is more with looking out for the best interest of the kids.
I don't know.
Really, it's not being happy. I don't think it's a happy. It's just a medium, you know.
Yeah, I mean, things gonna happen where people.
I mean, you're not gonna like everything.
You may not always have like control of the situation, so you know.
All right, well, we can agree to disagree.
That's Hollywood as far as the documentation part.
Yeah, I mean, if people could come to an agreement, that's cool. That's good for them, and that's good for the kids. But you know,
and for them to come up with that, they had to agree for it to be in a for it to be in, a documentation, a court order. Mm-hmm. You need a court order to say how long you can date somebody, you know.
It depends on it depends on like how toxic the relationship was, you know what I mean? Because like if the lines of communication is closed, then y'all have to deal with through the courts. So yeah. So all right. So yeah, I want everybody, I just like for everybody to chime in and let us know how y'all feel about the situation. When is it okay? Do you need approval? And should this guy Corey Hardrick have like some new stipulations?
No,
her trying to come back.
No,
I wonder why I'm slipping that in there. Should he have some stipulations on her?
Cause he won her too.
So, yeah, I'm joking.
They both should have stipulations.
I think he wanted her to hold. He never wanted to get out of that relationship, so he wanted to save his family, preserve his family.
Something went on because I something happened.
Well, no matter what happened, they back together now. I don't know what happened. They back together now. So like I said, make sure to like and subscribe.
And we don't condone violence.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe. And also go to urbanplatformfashion.com. Pick up yourself a hoodie. We got the t-shirts. Tanisha got the pink hoodie on today. The pink hoodie look cool, don't it?
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, the pink hoodie look good. I like the gray hoodie too.
Is that because she came to Thanksgiving?
No, she had that for a couple years because it was like the Christmas before last, I think. Yeah.
Christmas present. Okay.
Yeah, so y'all pick up make sure to pick up a t-shirt, hoodie. What else we got? We got the socks. You can go to the Instagram page to pick up the socks. And so, yeah, with that being said, make sure to, like I said, like and subscribe and leave a message. Let us know what side y'all fall on with the topics that we put up today. So, and that's it. That's it for this one. This topic.